Assalamu alaikum. I want to share with you today my advice for single Muslim sisters for 2022. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗟𝗓, and I help people understand and control their emotions so that they can learn how to live in alignment with their goals, their values, and their purpose. This is critically important because when we don't live in alignment with our goals, our values, and our purpose, we often find ourselves self-sabotaging. We sabotage the most important relationship, which is the relationship with self. We sabotage relationship with others and life conditions. And with others, it can be an intimate relationship, a marriage, or a professional relationship. We also self-sabotage the relationship with life conditions, with our Lord. So it's critically important that we understand how to regulate our emotions. Our client base are based in the UK, Canada, the States, and the Khalij. So let's jump into this advice for Muslim sisters. First, let me give credit to Sister Naima Roberts for this question. This question was posed to her platform in reference to a conference that she's having this weekend from Friday, December the 31st to Sunday, January the 2nd. And the name of that conference is Secrets of Successful Wives. Myself and other brothers will be on a panel on Sunday, January the 2nd at the end. It's a Q&A panel entitled What Do Brothers Want? So please make sure you stay for the entirety of the conference and be there to listen to your brother and the other brothers as we talk about what Muslim men want. So that's coming up this weekend. Please visit her page. Again, it's Sister Naima Roberts. And this question was posed to her platform. And so what I'm doing is giving you a brother's perspective, right? A brother's perspective that's based off of a predominantly Muslim sisters client base, right? From multiple countries. So let's jump into this advice. So the question is, what advice would you give single Muslim women searching for a good husband? Again, it's what advice would you give single Muslim women searching for a good husband? All right. And so my answer to this in brief, I'm going to break this up into a series of answers. But the first answer would be self-awareness. But let me qualify that. Right? Let me qualify what I mean by self-awareness. I mean self-awareness that's grounded in humility. And so what does that look like? How do you make humility tangible? You do that by understanding the meanings that you carry with yourself, right? The meanings that you've developed from the life experiences that you've had. So meanings, i.e. baggage, and a formula. That's how you make humility tangible. So self-awareness grounded in humility, right? The way you make it tangible and attractive is understanding those meanings, right? And as I said, that's the baggage, right? And so when you hear people talk about baggage referred to, in relationships, right? That's the meanings that we've developed, right? The meanings that we've developed from past situations. So it's true that the past is the past, but what's alive and present is the meanings that we developed, that we created from the events that have happened to us in life. So that's why it's critically important to have a formula. And so when I say a formula or a modality, what I mean is a modality that allows you to understand and manage your thoughts and feelings and actions, right? And you do that by understanding those meanings from the meanings that you've created from the past. That's the critical piece. You have to begin with those meanings, right? And those meanings you're in control of. So when an event happens, there's a perception of the event. Then there's the evaluation. And that's the meaning that you develop. And that meaning you take with yourself as you go through life. It becomes the lens that colors what you think, feel, say, and do. Right? Those core beliefs. Right? These meanings are the baggage. And that's important for you to, again, understand that. And how do you understand that? You understand that by having a formula, learning the modality. The modality that I use for myself and with clients is CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. But there are a multitude of modalities, right? There's DBT, ACT, and again, RABT, which is the specific form of CBT, which I use. So there's a multitude of modalities. But the critical thing is to commit to learning and practicing the modality and implementing it into your life and into your relationships. What I don't want and what I don't advise is the trendy, hip self-awareness, right? That's a pseudo arrogance, right? It's my truth, irregardless of anything, right? Like, no, like, let's have a modality, let's have some formal process by which you determine your truth, your thoughts, your beliefs, right, are grounded in logic, are grounded in a modality that lets you know if it's helping you, if it's in alignment, right, with your goals, your values, and your purpose, not just whether it feels good. Because feeling good can set you up, can be self-sabotaging. Right? This is how, oftentimes sisters say, I'll never settle. But when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to marriage, and that emotional attachment has occurred, they start ignoring the red flags. And ignoring the red flags is a subtle way of self-sabotaging, but a subtle way of settling, right? Because this guy with these standards or with these qualities, these attributes, if that emotional attachment, right, wasn't there, you wouldn't have allowed for him to be in your life, which you shouldn't. But since that emotional attachment is there, you begin to assuage yourself with the catchy phrase, people can change. Okay, but how do you measure that people can change? Hence the modality that's needed. Right? Yeah, people can change. But this goes into something that I share with clients in terms of the types of baggage that you're willing to accept. Right? Are you willing to accept check-in baggage? Is that what you want? So there's a difference. There's carry-on baggage and check-in baggage. And again, baggage is really just the meanings that people carry with them. It's the meanings that people have developed throughout their lives. And again, the past is gone, but the meaning is alive and with them and present, and they enter into the relationships with that baggage. So what you want is someone that has carry-on baggage. It doesn't weigh down the plane. It's easier for them to carry themselves. Or even if you're going to carry it at times, it's easy for you to carry. You can put it, if you're a gentleman, you'll put it over the overhead for her. That's carry-on luggage. That's carry-on baggage. You don't need the trolley for that. That check-in baggage is messy. It's embarrassing when you get there and it's overweight and you got to shuffle through it. You want somebody that's already gone through their check-in baggage. You don't want them doing it at the last minute when it's important, when it's urgent. Like, you can't even move through the airport in a smooth, adaptable way with someone that has that check-in baggage. It's too heavy, right? So what you want in your life is someone that has the carry-on luggage, the carry-on baggage, right? They've done that work. They've gotten a formula, worked on themselves, worked on, i.e., those meanings that they hold, that they carry into relationships, that weigh down the relationship. They work on that baggage beforehand. They've worked on that. And thus they don't have, or they don't need to overpack. They don't need that check-in baggage. They can move and enjoy the relationship, enjoy the flight with simply their carry-on baggage. But if you have that emotional attachment and you settle, you'll overlook the person that has just the carry-on baggage, right? And you'll accept the person that has that check-in baggage, that weighs down the plane, that weighs down your spirit, weighs down your goals, your aspirations, your values. It weighs down your purpose. You find yourself stuck. And you're stuck because you settled. You overlooked the red flags because you assuaged yourself with the notion people can change. And so you're right, people can change, right? But what's the measuring stick? What's the litmus test that you use? Hence the need for a modality, a formula. So my advice for sisters for 2022 is humility. Humility as the grounding for self-awareness. And the most important part of that self-awareness that you need to know is what are the meanings that you're carrying into the relationships that you have. Most importantly, that relationship with self, right? Others and life conditions, right? Because those meanings color the relationship. It colors how you maneuver, right? Who you will allow in your life. So humility is critical.